Our next guest, he's a Republican. He's running for the Senate in Wisconsin. His parents, who are longtime Democrats, are backing his opponent, Democrat Senator Tammy Baldwin. Kevin Nicholson is the Republican candidate in question who joins us now. All right, Kevin.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Do you have a decent relationship with your parents still?
No, unfortunately, my parents made a decision to cut off their extended family, not just myself and my wife and my kids, but also to their siblings and nephews and nieces. And one of the things I've said to everybody, this is not a conflict that we look for. I mean, I've come to become as conservative through my experience in combat, through my time as a husband and father, my time in business, working as a management consultant for many years now. But, you know, I don't rub my politics in other people's faces. It's unfortunate we're at a position now where people make choices like this, but that's not the goal.
Forgive me for going on about your parents, but are they just never Trumpers? I mean, they really detest the president and therefore can't stand, you're nodding, they can't stand any Republicans?
It's clearly a big part of this, right? But there's more to it. I've made the decision as I've become an adult and a husband and a father, and I've seen the innocent loss of life in combat to be pro-life. I again, firmly believe that conservative policies push opportunity down to families and to people and allow them to be successful. I also, too, firmly believe that faith is important in all of our lives as we pull together families and find ways to be successful together. So these are all, you know, conflicts that I guess I have with my family, but my goal is not, again, to see our family broken up. My goal is to save my country, and that's why I'm running for the U.S. Senate today.
So you're standing as a religious guy, husband, father, combat veteran, free market kind of guy on the economy, but you still got to win a primary. I mean, I don't know who your opponent is in this primary in Wisconsin, but you're pretty much Trump down the line, aren't you?
Well, I think that the president has put forward a good set of policies through his agenda, through the tax reform package, through what you see happening in Iran and North Korea, which are both great opportunities to push the heads down of our enemies and our adversaries. And you see the president making a massive deregulatory effort, which has allowed for economic growth. All these things are good for the people of Wisconsin and people all across the country to be more successful. It's common sense. Look, I'm an outsider. I'm not an office holder, yet we've raised over $3.2 million in our race, over double our primary opponent that you mentioned. There's been like 9 polls on our primary. We're winning 8 of them. We're going to win our primary on August 14, and our focus is going to remain directly on Tammy Baldwin, the incumbent Democrat, who doesn't support any of the policies I just talked about in no way, shape, or form. This is why I'm not a Democrat anymore. Does the Democrat Party put forward policies that make people more successful? That's got to be my message throughout Wisconsin, and that's why we're going to win in November.
Now, Wisconsin's a badly divided state. I mean, between Republicans and Democrats. I mean, it's a volatile situation. That's not changed at all, has it?
Well, sir, there's a lot of former Democrats in our state, which is why our state is, in essence, shifted from a center-left to a center-right state. And frankly, that's because a lot of Democrats look at the former Democrats, look at the Democrat Party and say, look, there's no policies here that really appeal to me that make my nation more prosperous and more secure. And what they got from President Trump, and this surprised a lot of people, was somebody that was identifying the problems that they were worried about, trying to find ways to, again, matter-of-factly go after the problems that we all see in Washington. And I think the real answer here is that the solutions to the problems created by the political class are never going to come from the political class. It is going to take outsiders. In our own state, we have Senator Ron Johnson. We have, of course, President Trump winning Wisconsin en route to the presidency. I'm endorsed by Ted Cruz. I'm endorsed by Mike Lee. These are senators that were not elected to office before they were elected to the Senate and then went there and actually provided solutions.
Look, Kevin, thank you very much for appearing on the show this morning. We appreciate you being here. Thank you very much, sir. I do want to tell
Thank you, sir, and I look
viewers...
forward to talking again.
Yeah, you may just do that.